Welcome, YouTube, to Scandell Cards and Comics, where I talk about comics, trading cards, and random collectibles that I'm into. If you stumbled across this channel for the first time, please take a second to like and subscribe before you realize you do not like and you don't want to subscribe. Today, I have a special treat. You can see here I have tons of boxes, lots of mail days, collecting. We got Spidey Jude in the house. We got Off-White Tim. How you guys doing? I hope life's treating you well. I hope you guys had a great Easter break. I hope spring break was good. My life right now is filled with coaching a little league and running my own business, and when I lay my head down on the pillow every night, buying a Marvel card. I think we all can relate there. But is it me, or is eBay just kind of like a barren wasteland of leftover cards at this point? Man, I'm just missing that. There's not a lot of heat on eBay anymore. Am I crazy or what? Yeah, you've been busy too. Yeah, been good but busy. Yeah. So I'm going to open up a comic book that I just bought on eBay. This one's pretty cool. I've had my eye on this book for a number of years now, and I've never really wanted to pull the trigger. And slowly but surely, that book has kind of been coming up and up and up and raising in the list of things that I want to buy. We need more people to sell all their cards. That's the truth. Yeah, my family's great. Thank you. Let's kind of get the comic book out of the way. I'm going to get all these boxes out of the way. As you can see here, I got 2 PSA submissions, one with 20 cards in it, one with 6, and 1 comic book. Here we go. Let me just kind of clear off some desk space. No joke, my home office right now is a complete mess. You can see it like there's stuff everywhere. All these mail days, all these packages arriving at the house. Yeah, things just kind of pile up. Just toss that into a pile of other boxes. Come on, Marvel people, stop hoarding. That's the truth. Stop hoarding. All right, let me get the collectible cam going on here. Bingo. Was it already frozen? What's going on? There we are. Okay. Let's get this out. I'm usually already configured. Okay. Do you guys like this layout better or this one? Kind of like this one. I'm going to put Black Cat in the background too. There, that's better. Here we go. And comments up, ready to go. Book number 1 of 1 of 1. This one's a classic 1990s X-Men. Doesn't sound that exciting, right? Usually those aren't that exciting because they're not that rare. We've talked about newsstand comics and how if you are going to collect 90s X-Men comics, you usually want to definitely go for 9.8s. Zoom out. How's that? Boom. I usually do some close-ups here. You want to go for 9.8s in the 90s? Man, this is like a box within a box. Again, let's toss this stuff. Bubble wrap, right? You have too much of it until you need it. Here we go. Man, this seller gets an A+ for packaging. Anyway, 9.8s for sure. If you can get newsstand comic books from the 90s, that's great too. That's even better. And if you can't get newsstands, you want to get rare variants, if possible. Now, I'm not a big variant comic collector. In fact, I kind of spit on most variants in general. I think, especially post-2000, variants just got out of hand quick. Now, I like some covers, and I do have quite a few, but I don't know. Just, man, comic collecting post-90s is, there's just a handful of books I'd like, but not many. Especially in Marvel, not that interesting. Get that microphone a little closer. Oh, you can see my mic right there. How do I usually set this up? Let's bring that over. Here we go. Here we go. I'm going to take this X-Acto knife. This is not for the faint of heart. Make a very shallow incision. You don't want to cut the CGC case. This is a CGC graded book. Man, now I feel strongly about not pre-opening boxes because it's a box opening. This is where everybody, starts kind of like rubbing their hands together, like, ooh, I can't wait to see what's inside. Let's see here. This is a classic key issue from 1994, 3. Here's the back of it. Gonna guess X-Men 266. That's a good guess. But you're wrong. This is, let's look at the back first. I'm going to zoom in here. You guys don't want to see my ugly mug anyway. Here we go. This is the back of the book. Let me straighten out this camera. Sorry, guys. My setup's not exactly dialed in at the moment. Great Gambit, great Rogue. What's the book? The book is X-Men 25. Now, this is not a typical X-Men 25. Not a typical X-Men 25. What's different? This one is the gold edition. Relatively rare. Hard to come by, especially in a 9.8. Has the font of the X-Men is in gold. It's kind of in a foiled metallic gold. And also this area here is kind of with a subtle metallic foiling. Camera's freezing. Give it one sec. Yeah, but here it is. Let's look at the whole thing in all its beauty. Fantastic. Yeah, I've been looking for this book for some time. It comes up quite often in the 9.0, 9.2, 9.4. I've only seen it come up a handful of times in the 9.8. I haven't checked the CGC census to see how many exist, but I think a lot of us that are into Marvel cards agree that this genre, this era of X-Men is our era of X-Men, and it kind of encapsulates the 35 to 50-year-old fan base, I think. Maybe 35 to 45, maybe even narrower. But anyway, great grab, right? Good pickup. Into the box you go with your brothers. Into the horde. You'll find your life peaceful and quiet in the archive. That's what's so sad about it. It's like once we get it, it's like, and into the closet with you. It is your era of X-Men. Okay, PSA box. This is a biggie box. I don't know why this is so big. The PSA boxes are usually smaller. It still has that PSA feel. So in one of these, I got about 20 PMGs coming out, 2015 PMGs. And in the other, I have, oh, boy. Man, they really know how to do it. Hey, crinkled paper. I don't have any of that. Okay, this is a box within a box. Box within a box. That's awesome. I assume you mean the comic. Okay, I haven't seen this setup before. Is PSA changing it up? Is this normal? Is this typical? What's going on? What's going on? Here we go. Okay, this is the 6-packer. This is the 6-packer. We got some good cards in here. These ones are all PC for me. Going into the permanent set collection. The other ones are not at all. Okay. We'll just do it top to bottom. Bingo. Zoom in. Sound effects brought to you by me. Here we go. We have, okay, you guys all know I am going for a set of these 2015 Flair Retro Marvel Jambalayas, limited edition to 25 to 30 of each character. So far, my entire collection is in 9s. I did have an 8 Scarlet Witch, which I traded for a 9. So I'm all 9s at the moment. Full set 9s. How sick is that? It's pretty sick. And I just like the idea of having an all 9er set. But I have some disappointing news. Here, echo. 1 second. That's never happened before. My phone. 1 sec. Hello? Hello? I don't know what to do. I'm just gonna whisper. Sorry guys, 1 sec. Let me end this. Let me remove this. Okay, that was weird. Hello? Still doing it. Sorry, 1 sec. Let's try that. No. This is disappointing. So sorry, guys. 1 sec. That's never happened to me in StreamYard before. I muted it. It was muted. Allow. Mute. Settings. Camera. Reverse. Testing. All right. I have no idea what happened, guys. I am so sorry. What an amateur show this is. We have a very small budget at Scandal Cards and Comics. The staff is streamlined. Are you guys still there? I don't even know. You guys are still there, right? Okay. Not a lot of comments coming in, but that's okay. Technical difficulties. Here we go. So yeah, I have all 9 so far, and here we're going to reveal the next submissions, which I'm really excited about. So we have number 1, Daredevil. Da-da-da-da. Beautiful. It got a 9. Again, I'm always surprised at how off-center the jambalayas can be and still get a 9. I mean, this one's not that bad, but you can see top to bottom. Pretty, fat, narrow, fat, narrow. We got 2 Daredevils. Now I got a second one graded just again for trade bait. Typically, this one I would say is a little bit better centered, wouldn't you? Yeah, wouldn't you? Here we go. Nice one. This next one should be a biggie, guys. Nope, it's not the next one. Next one, we got Loki. For some reason, I'm just worried that you guys aren't, like, something glitched and I don't have an audience anymore. Somebody comment something. We got a Loki 9. Looking good. Again, fat side, narrow side. The centering is just quite a bit off. Red Skull PSA 10. What? Oh, man. The weirdest Red Skull card of all time. Thanks, Bowman. Thanks, Off-White Tim. I like how your thumbs up is Off-White. We got, PSA 10. This is my first PSA 10 2015 Jambalaya. That is fantastic. My OCD is telling me to not love it because it's not a 9. So I have all of them are 9s except this one, which is a 10. Fantastic. Now, why am I going for 9s and 10s? I don't know. I just think it's mostly just to kind of come across as like a high quality collection, you know. I have to trade down. I have to trade down for a 9. Well, unfortunately, maybe this 10 is going to have to average itself out with the next card here, which, of course, Spider-Man came back as an 8. Ugh. Now, I mean, the 8's a great grade. And this card, beggars can't be choosers for sure. This card's fantastic. Yeah, I mean, it is interesting that there is not a red and blue suit Spider-Man Jambalaya in the 2017 Flair Ultra Spider-Man 2017 series. Yeah, you have to go back to 2013 and 2015, but this one is so fantastic, so beautiful. Now, I was worried about this one coming back as a 9. I didn't think it would. I didn't think it had it. You know why? Because it's really off center in 2 spaces, side and top to bottom. And these other ones are really typically only offset in one direction. This one had the double direction of off-centeredness. Now, I don't really care. 8's still a high grade card. But yeah, let's look at this thing. Let's get close and personal. Man, beautiful. Great card. Great Marvel card to have. And we have, last but not least, Cyclops coming back as a sturdy 9. Again, quite a bit off center. Man, look at that. Why couldn't Spidey come back a 9? Let's compare the centering here. It had to have been close. It had to have been close. Man. Let's look at the backs. The back on Spider-Man is crisp. Looks beautiful. Cyclops looks good too. Great card. John Romita Jr. on Spider. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know which one that is. It doesn't credit the artist, of course. Thanks, Skybox. But does the gold flake off on the 2015 like they do the 2017s? I would say I only have 2 or 3 2017 jambalayas, and I didn't notice a lot. Now these ones, it doesn't scatter. I haven't seen a lot of gold scattering. Maybe that's what you mean. Like, not only does it flake off, but it kind of just, it's almost as if like they left a lot of gold chaff on the card. Now, I don't think there's active flake off in the 2017s, or maybe I'm wrong. Feel free to educate me, but I think I've only seen an abundance of gold glitter, not gold glitter that's relocated or come off the card. Maybe you can tell me more, Bowman, if that's the case or not. But let's move on, because I have to, I had plans with the lady. That sounded a lot cooler than I thought it would be. I meant more like we're going to watch a show. Here we go. Next PSA box. Everybody wants to watch the reopen. Let's not have that camera issue again. I don't know how you guys do this, but I just don't like to mess around. But yeah, so I have an average of 9 grade on the 2015 jambalayas. Honestly, Spider-Man, I just feel lucky to have that card at all, to be honest. That card's dropped off the face of the earth. What's going on? Whoa, PSA, that's heavy. That's a heavy. Is that all of them? Can they fit 20? They can fit 20 cards in one little box like this? Fantastic. You know what? One thing we haven't done yet. Let's flash these two up next to each other. All right, let's take a little poll, an impromptu poll. Character aside, as far as like, I'm not asking you which character do you like better. Which card do you like better of these two jambalayas? Which card do you like better? Spider-Man or Wolverine? Which one's better? Which one do you prefer? I think the artwork on both is stellar. Anybody? Spider-Man, even with the lower grade. Yeah, I mean, I have to agree with you, Bowman. Oh, Off-White Tim says Wolverine. We got 1-against-1 here, and I'm the tiebreaker, and I think I'm going with Spider-Man. Now, I like the Wolverine too, but it's just a little dark. It's a little dark. The artwork that they chose is just a little in shadow, which I think in the jambalaya it doesn't work in its favor. It looks a little dark. You know what I mean? I love them both. I love them both. Let's move out of jambalaya world and move into PMGs. Now this is going to be a lot of cards, guys. Man, I've never gotten the whole brick of PSA cards. They really jam them in there. Look at that. That's what you want. Both have great action poses. Bowman says, I have 2 of the 2017 Venom with gold scatter on them. I'm curious how much that'll affect the grade. I don't know. That is a good question. I don't have any. I've gotten 2 2017s graded. Neither of them had a lot of splatter on them. But I would call it gold scatter. I wouldn't call it flake off. I'd call it I don't know what their application process is of getting that gold foil on there. We all know that the jambalayas have kind of a weird surface. Yeah. All right, here we go, guys. There's some bangers in here. There are some banger cards in here. I'm going to scoot up to my desk. I feel like I'm miles away. There we go. Get a little closer. Get a little closer. Don't be shy. Get a little closer. That was a jingle in the 80s. I don't remember what the product was. It was some kind of deodorant, I think. Here we go. We got capped first. Here we go. So interesting stuff here. So I mentioned this briefly in the comments, man. I got some PSA upcharges on this submission. What's the PSA upcharge? That's when, and I can't even tell you why they do this. I don't agree with it. I think it's completely unethical for PSA to do this. You're paying for a service. It's really odd to me. But basically, if you get a card graded at PSA and the grade that they give it launches it into a higher price point card, they want more money because the card is worth more because they put like a 9 or a 10 on it. And why do I disagree with that? I just think, a card's a card and they're grading a card. And why do they care? To me, they should just build it into their base charge and not have to upcharge people. Because I got some serious upcharges. I'm going to look for them here as well. It's the dreaded approval needed email. And I got hammered in this order. And I think this Captain America was one of the first. Here we go. Captain America. Beautiful PMG. Not as good as the 2015, but close. I don't know if his eyes are closed, though, or what. What's going on in this artwork? I like the quality of the artwork. I like the quality of the image. I think it's the right kind of stylization for a PMG. It has the ink lining. It has that paint, it looks like a high gradient paint. It looks fantastic. But on this one, what did I get? Let's look at the corner so you can see a little ding on that corner. We're going to get very particular here. That corner looks great. That one has a little tiny something. And that one has a little tiny something. What's the grade on this? A 7. We got a Captain America 7. What's the upcharge on this? Now, this was a $50 submission. I submitted these just under, economy. I did the whole raffle, got the 20 spots. What do you guys think the upcharge was on this Captain America red? In a 7. These all went economy. So I paid $50 for each of them. What do you think this card, how much more money do you think PSA wanted to shake me down for because of that 7? Any guesses? Any guesses? 150. That's exactly right, Bowman. He nailed it right on the head. They wanted an extra $100 to grade this card. So it cost me 150. Yeah, beautiful card, but I don't like that. I don't like that, especially for a 7. If this was an 8, 9, or 10, I'd probably be like, I get it. But a 7? What? I've also seen 8s that don't look as good as this card. I've seen a few 9s that don't look as good as this card, so who knows that. Let's go next. We got Electra, 20 out of 100. Wait, was the cap an interesting number? No, 61. Electra, 20 out of 100, red. Not my favorite PMG. Just the composition is just kind of far away. This one came back as an 8. PSA has gotten better to check their value Marvel cards again after the last few weeks. I know they had better. Yeah, they better check again. And that's the thing. These, I complained. I said, look, these are kind of absurd. Great price hikes. And then he pointed me, the PSA agent, pointed me to the golden auctions, the recent golden auctions, where PMJs are said to have pulled back a bit. Next one we got is Loki, 76 out of 100, red. Beautiful card. Has corner issues on both bottom corners. Now, I knew a lot of these had some issues, but I just submitted them anyway because I figured why not. 7. So far we have a 7, an 8, and a 7. Not exactly a banger submission so far, but things get better, right? Yes, I do also like that. We have next one up. We have yet another. No, this is not. This is an Electra as well, but it's the Omega Blue, 50 out of 50. Omega Blue, 50 out of 50. Let's see what we got here. Sorry, I shook the camera. 1 second. Bottom left corner, slight ting. Tops look great. I think, honestly, all the corners look great except that bottom left. Right there. Bing. PMGs are hard to grade. I've got an 8. Nice. On a blue, that's fantastic. Next, we got Luke Cage, 3 out of 50. Those reds are beautiful. Bowman, the reds are beautiful. The PMG, the 2015 PMGs, controversial take. I don't know. I think the 2015 reds have the best foiling of all PMGs thus far for Marvel. 2015 reds. We have Luke Cage, 3 out of 50. Let's see our grade on this one. Beautiful. Slight little dink on that bottom left. A 9. I'm being very particular. You see that there's a little something right there. The PSA 9. That's a banger grade. Guess what the upcharge on this one was? 0. 0 upcharge on a 9. On a 9. That's interesting. Oh, and the Electra, the blue Electra, had an upcharge of extra $50. So wrap your head around that. Racial profiling, Luke Cage suffering from. I think Luke Cage is way cooler than the Electra. I'm sorry, this card's awesome. No offense to Electra, but blues get no love. Here we go. We got next one here. My lucky number, 21 out of 50. Nova. We have beautiful card. This one also got an upcharge of $100. $100 upcharge. It's a PSA 9. That's a great card. His helmet's a little, I don't love his helmet, like these flaps on the side on this card. It looks like he's kind of wearing like one of those dorky Lego knight helmets. We all know which ones I'm talking about. All right, we got a big one here, guys. Here's the biggie. Here's the biggie. We have a Hulk Alpha. 01 out of 50. Oh, mama, right? Things are getting better and better. Things are looking up. Alpha. Now, this one sold infamously recently on Golden. A PSA 10 sold for $55,000. No joke, even when it sold for that, I think most of us were like, what? Excuse me? Why? Even if it's a PSA 10, I still think that's pretty ludicrous. What's the grade on this guy? We got an upcharge on this one of $100, and the grade is an 8. An 8. Beautiful corners. Great looking card. Next we have Cyclops, 65 out of 100. Good looking PMG, great pose. I don't like the infirmary patient Cyclops. I don't like the X across the face. Hey, if the design doesn't, if the costume doesn't need fixing, don't fix it. That's what I say. Leather jacket Cyclops for the win. PSA 8 on that one. No upcharge. Big one. Deadpool. Great looking corners. Beautiful card. Fighting some kind of man bat. I don't know what to think about that. I like this card. I like all the bats in the background too. You can see the foiling. There's a clock tower back there. Big swarm of bats coming in. We have a great grade on this one. Is a PSA 9 banger. Banger grade right there. That one, upcharge, yes. What was the upcharge on that one? I'm looking. $300, guys. PSA wanted an extra $250 to grade this card. This one cost me $300 to grade, because it came back with a 9. Interesting. I'm very happy about it, but still. I like the art on that one too. We got Iron Man here. 70 out of 100. I love this card. I don't know why. I just really love it. This one came back as an 8. I love it. I like it in the red. I think it looks fantastic. It's just gorgeous. He's looking at some type of hologram technology on his suit. Coming in from the side or from top to bottom. Great card. PSA 8. Punisher, 7 out of 100. This one's kind of, people like it or don't. I am in the don't category. I like it fine. It's just it's the army suit. It's kind of just like a dumb concept for a PMG. I'm sorry. Half Punisher, half military. Okay. This one came back sadly at a PSA 7. No upcharge. Next we have Red Skull. 18 out of 100. Beautiful foiling. This one has some of the best foiling of any PMG. I stand behind that for sure. It just looks fantastic. Like the amount of detail in the foiling is just so cool. And it picks up a lot of, like there's a lot of faces in there. You see those faces? It's sick. This card is sick. This one came back as a PSA 9. Bingo. It's a great grade for a red. That's the one to have it in too. The red skull. That's what you want. Fantastic. I also had this one in a blue. Recently sold it. I didn't like the blue foiling as much. Upcharge on that one? No. No upcharge. No upcharge. Weird. Next one we have is Snowman, 91 out of 100. I mean, Iceman. Professor X cameo. Secret cameo. Let's get it to look right. Perfect. Right there. Or there. Or there. Professor X. Great foiling. This is why I think the foiling on the reds is just so killer. This one also came back as a PSA 9. Bingo. Again, no upcharge. Weird. We have two of the same card here now. We have two Novas out of 100 reds. This one came back as a PSA 8. This one came back as a PSA 7. We have an Ultron. Ultron. I love this card. I thought this card actually looked really nice too. Corners look crisp. Fantastic. I got a PSA 7. I don't understand. Maybe there's a surface issue I didn't catch. I don't know. I'm not a professional grader. We have the Alpha Ultron 1 of 100 red. The Ultron is sick looking. It's just super ominous. 1 of 100 red came back also as a PSA 7. I got twinners. And we have an Electra coming in. Also, this one is the 24 out of 100. PSA 7. Lots of 7s in this submission, guys. I know. I know. What do I say? Black Widow, one of my favorite cards in the set. I think Justin loves this one too. Although I think, if I recall, recently traded it. 33 out of 100. And 7. It's a 7 party. Last card, guys. We have a Hulk. 46 out of 100 red. What's the grade guess? Let's look at these corners. Nice. 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 I guess at 8 or 9. 8. Yep. Now, no joke, I have seen PSA 9 PMGs that look in worse condition than many of these 7s. It's a you never know what kind of grader you're going to get. Now, I'm not saying that this grader did a bad job. Maybe he's more accurate than other ones that I've gotten back. But I did get a lot of 7s in this, and I could not see a lot of flaws. This one on top here, yeah, you can see a slight little ding right there. But I mean, again, the camera makes it look worse than it does in real life. I can't even see it. I mean, geez Louise, look at this. Where's I need like a black backing. Do I have anything here? I have microfiber. Let's look at this. I mean, that is sharp. I agree with the 8 on this. Don't get me wrong. I actually do. So lots of 2015 PMGs. What's the plan for these? Well, honestly, not many of these I'm planning on keeping at all. Do I find a certain year harder to grade than others when it comes to PMGs? I'm not the person to ask. I'm relatively new to the PSA submissions. I mean, I've seen Kobe Bryant PMGs that look battered to hell that came back a 9 from BGS, and I don't know which year is the hardest. I feel like 2017 is probably harder than 2013 and 15 because the cardstock's thicker, so they're more likely to get a blunt edge. And the tip of the card foiling is more likely to somewhat peel slightly. I don't know. I think there's more PSA 10s in 2015 than 2013. So by using that logic, I'd say that 2013 is harder than 2015. But I'd probably say that 2017 is the hardest. And if not, X-Men 2020. I mean, we all know there's a lot of production errors and also just production quality issues on those cards. Now, if Upper Deck flags it as being a production issue, sometimes they look past it, as they don't grade it as being as a harsh problem. I just sent in my first PSA submission with a few 2017 PMGs in the order just to test the water. I will be thrilled with PSA 8s, honestly. Yeah, I mean that's my stance on it too. 7s are the only ones. Now, again, a lot of sports card collectors that really know their stuff, Flip and Steve, and Neo, Northeast Ohio Sports Cards, they say that a PSA 7 grade is actually a good grade for a PMG, because PMGs just tend to have flaking, peeling, corner issues, slight edge peeling, scrape backs. So, if you're thinking about resale, I would take a raw card over a PSA 7, to be honest, just because I feel like PSA 7s don't do as well in the market. People hope that cards they pick up are better than a 7, and that hope propels them to bid higher on a card that's not slabbed. My plan for a lot of these are to take them to the Dallas show at the end of next month, which I'll be there with many of my cohorts. I think Josh is going, Kent's going, I think Justin's going. A lot of people are going. Yeah, it'll be my second show. Yeah, I'm hoping to move a lot of these. Most of these. That being said, if the prices continue to waver on PMGs, I'm gonna hold on to them. I have a lot of faith in PMGs for Marvel in general, and I'm not that worried about a momentary blip in the pricing, especially when that blip was caused by a bunch of 5, 6, and 7 grades on that golden auction. I look at a lot of people went pessimistic after seeing the golden auction from 2 weeks ago. I actually thought it looked real. I thought everything sold as anticipated. Very few cards I could point to and say, "Oh, that sold for low." Even like the gold Doc Ock 1 of 1 sold for like 15,000-17,000. The Red Skull sold for 15,000-17,000. I don't think that's a bad price for those characters. I really don't. My 2020 Magneto Green came straight from EPAC with 2 bad corners and shipping on the back. It's the Omega, so I sent it in anyways. But if it comes back under a 7, I'm going to contact Upper Deck. That's fair. That's not new news on the 2020 Magneto. I mean, the 2020 PMGs, and the purely periodics were just really, really had bad issues, centering issues, chipping issues, weird scratches issues. Yeah, I don't blame you for wanting to hold them accountable for a card that would have been a huge hit, but is lackluster because it's just not there. Yeah, I gotta get going. It's 10 o'clock here my time. I just want to say, if any of you guys have any ideas on the kind of content that you'd like to see on the channel going forward, let me know. I'm still going to be obviously opening up a lot of Marvel cards. I'm doing some box openings here soon as well. Yes, I have found some boxes, so that's good to open. I do have some Spider-Man metal on pre-order, which is exciting for the summer. I have 3 more PSA submissions coming back to me, 1 CGC submission coming back to me, and yeah, I mean, I think right now is the greatest time ever to be a Marvel card collector. It's just super fun. There's a lot of great collectors in the hobby right now. A lot of good information. And thanks, guys. Thanks, Bowman. See you later. Off-White Tim. See you later, man. Yeah, it's a good time. I think the hobby's strong. Yeah, I mean, I'm still very heavy on Marvel. I'm still investing quite a bit of money into Marvel, while others are. Thanks, Niall. Yeah, I've seen a few others peel away from Marvel, go into other things like Formula One, other things like hockey, but I actually have a lot of faith in like Marvel cards, especially of the mid 2000s and the 90s. Yeah, I just have a lot of. I just love them. I just think they're just fantastic. What a great thing to collect. Now, yeah, if you're interested in any of the PMGs that you see here tonight, let me know. Most of these are going to be available, coming up for sale. If you have any 2015 jambalayas, please let me know. I'm almost done, guys. Oh my gosh. I only need a few more 2015s to finish up. I need a Thor. I need a Elektra. I need a Deadpool, which is going to be toughy. I need Venom, Captain America, and is that it? Iron Man. Yeah, I got some big ones to still acquire. But yeah, if you know of anybody that has them, please feel free to reach out. Give me some leads. I love doing some detective work, looking for what I collect. 2015 jambalayas, 2013 red PMGs. If you have any of those that you're willing to trade for these 2015 red PMGs, let me know. Yeah, I really appreciate you guys for watching the channel, and I just want to say peace, be kind, find others to serve. Through service and through helping others, you will find happiness in life. And I just want to close with that. And Scandal Cards and Comics, thanks again. Please like and subscribe. See ya.